Trust in the blue light.
早上玩到拿了3把改良版武器。哎，我今天角猎人还没解哦。看这个大支线哇，50等的，这个后面一点好了啦。6跑回去玩克拉门提啊。 先啊，这里蛮近的。 那问题其实那个游戏也有还没破完呢，破到大概70%。然后再有一个问题是说，它跟连线玩会超那个连线的人会超累的。
Better though.
不知道什么时候会修复那问题，不然那个游戏体验挺差的。看一下啊。 三角猎人，我的那个包包满了吗？哦，这个满了，这可以升级。 有什么就升级什么。兔皮，哦，这个可以拿更多件了。这老公也蛮帅的。
Ice before I even breathe out.
看到那3个菜鸡了吗？
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, flaming skulls.
Nope. That's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort though, guy.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
火焰骷髅头，怂啪啪！这不是我要讲的3个人，你们怂啪啪，马都坏掉了。
and wait for her to finish cutting out the part. All right, that's the last of them.
That's the last of them. How are you?
Hush now. It's over.
Can't be too prepared.
等一下哦，这拉旁边去好了。乌尔凯，曾经在那边找到一个动物塑像，我有印象。三亚。哦，两。
I don't know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
是努可尼吗？
Nakoni
was... She was a friend of ours.
领导权我已经夺走
She
了。
challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Onikup wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you're willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Onikup's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Onikup, damn him. He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onikup, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
With her damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry, Tatai. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you. Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onikup knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we, Tatai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banor is buried in Banor. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit?
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snapmaw fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
是有猎鹰火鸡哦，很好吃，很好吃的感觉哦。切西瓜过去，切啦，哪次不切？就切。
Easier when I was a kid.
点到了吗？下面。
No sign of him yet. Guess I'll just sit and wait.
就可以在那边等。
I was starting to worry about you three. Everything all right?
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
阳光学习。
Horrible.
I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than burning turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
精彩啊！这几个字，可以组团吗？两个塔的意思吗？一个还两个？还有蓝闪金呢。哇哇哇！他在喷什么啊？在睡觉啊？真的吗？睡觉哎、
You're not gonna like this.
Here goes!
I can override it.
在追尾好像有多一点点体验。差100而已，直接打。开射，耶！
Oh, how good am I?
弱，真的打弱点才有用。 快要爆了！哎，打到我！爆了！哇，2800才2200一下。鲑鱼，鲑鱼。看来这把武器要强哦，要先把人家冰起来，再打一波爆发。我没有想到那一发可以2000。
Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
还有。
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Orkai breaks something else.
It was one time!
You make a nice shaman, eh, boy? Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the werak she always wished for.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be alright?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, I'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
It's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? That's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
You do more than just survive. You believe in something, and you're willing to fight for it. Nukoni was willing to die for it.
I like that. Nukoni dreamt of a Werak without shamans or chieftains, and we might be that dream.
Nukoni's arrows. That's what we are. Shot from her bow in the north, to hit her target in the south.
I know I'm not part of the Werak, but that's the best suggestion I've heard since I met you three.
Yes. Nukoni's arrows. We will try to fly true. Thank you, Huntress.
奖励吗？哦，那我去找 NPC 领奖励。蓝闪金呢？这边有2个要先拿。要打冷，要浓冷却一身上浓哑口说的。多少还够吧？够。 在西东方，那这附近的意思。看到了。
Not just the new precious jewels.
在西南方，西南南方。这个叫做西南南还是南南西啊？南南西吧。所有的7点钟方向啊。跳起来。 上岸。
Definitely awake now.跳虎雅罗伊超捷径成功，然后成功找到蓝闪金。 Blue green. You taking that?
这一坨我就看这个 NPC 有什么话好说啊？就这个还债3人组啊，但是他们解经历的挺多的。有个支线，不能错过，不能错过。先 地仙街，太重要了。
When the old ones were fresh.
Inatut. As we are bound by laws, you are bound by wire. Yet your crime was the act of killing. So we must drive you out. Away from the Werak, from protection, from our songs.
My chieftain, Copeland, am I not your favorite fighter? Do you not recognize me from this tooth you knocked out?
How many times have I pulled you from danger by your neck? Made excuses for your behavior? You are my favored! But the shaman is decided. While you wait for exile, think on what brought you here.
A test of strength! Who among us would refuse a challenge from an outlander? Not I! But I did not kill him!
Hush, hush. You can tell your story to the ice.
You took Artok's mantle.
It's mine now.
I would like to see that fight.
They said that you killed someone.
Perhaps I did. If even my chieftain accepts it, it must be so.
That's not the way it works for me. Want to tell me your story?
I did fight with the Karja hunter to settle a challenge. That much is true. He was strong and damn quick. We traded punches. Good punches. Hard punches. And the next thing I remember... gray morning light. And the Karja beside me, with his head broken open. But the blow was not by my hand.
So everyone knows you started the fight with this man?
Of course. For honor, I'll fight anyone. If I wasn't bound, I'd fight to prove myself right now!
I don't think that would help you.
This is what I am. Each runner in the Werak has a gift. I brawl. None can take a punch, a fall better than I can. Until this time, I was too drunk. We were grappling. He clapped my ears. I took one last swing as I went down, but not a killing blow. It can't have been.
And for your punishment, they'll exile you from the Werak?
From warmth. March me up the slopes of the Cloud Shear, leave me stripped and exposed.
That's awful.
If I survive, the land has absolved me. That's the law. It must be accepted.
It's still awful.
I'm not stupid. I don't like my chances either. I can't fight a mountain.
I'll be honest. You haven't got a good defense, Inatut.
I've heard that one before.
Where did the fight happen?
A clearing, just outside the Karja Outlanders camp. You should talk to them. They wouldn't hear me out. They say no one else could have been there, other than me and the dead man. The shaman consulted the signs in the snow and agreed.
I'll see what I can find out. And I'll be back.
I'll be here. What else am I gonna do? Until the horn gives a call from my exile.
边境正义，哎呦，他真的是清白的吗？不讲边境正义的，有可能真的是清白的。先去看看那个三脚猫猎人，3只三脚猫猎人的之后的结局。
Ogrin and his bandits think nothing of killing. They'd spill your gut to steal a single arrow from your foot.
哎，没有，没在桌上。
Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. You know those 3 crazy Manuka are calling themselves Nukoni's arrows now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sunda by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
好，就这样结束了。3个蓝闪晶。
Song's Edge.
这个啦，再看看他所谓的正义是不是真有歧视。
Songs of praise for Sakuli's work.
顺便留意一下支线。有些支线是在你任务完成到一个进度点，它才会出来。刚刚那个支线是前面从来没看过的。买，这都有用吗？买。造型也是包在满级点的，看一下，这还好。不用留太多哦。看一下他口中所谓的正义吧。哎，这么近啊！
Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty. He should pay.
有人在骂他。
For letting the Oseram take Duval.
Huntress, what business do you have with us?
I was asked to look into the murder of a Karja hunter. What happened?
It's plain as day. A drunk Banuk thug picked a fight with Ruas, struck him down from behind and stole his headdress.
The accused man says that he didn't do it.
You're not going to get anything useful out of the Banuk, whether they talk to you or don't. They gather up like cloaks in a chill wind every time a hunter dies out here. Won't even hand Ruas's killer over for a proper trial.
A proper trial?
To fill his mouth with salt, and hold him up for the sun to consider over days. If it is clement, it may only take his sight, or his wits.
So other Karja hunters have died in these lands before?
3, maybe 4 in the last few seasons. That's no surprise. This place punishes even the prepared, and many young nobles don't prepare. But usually the snow covers everything, and the bodies are never found. No thanks to the Banuk.
Do you think they're involved?
No. If it's not about their tribe, they don't want to get involved.
In these outlands, even the sun cannot thaw all it touches.
Where did you find Ruas's body?
There's no hunt, girl. Nothing to pick up.
Humor me. I'm a good tracker.
Down the rise to the west, there's a clearing. But a grazer herd couldn't have trampled it better. And if that barbarian gives up Ruas's headdress before they cast him out, let me know. It's valuable.
This Yeoman is no traitor.
说什么？你不要在那边拾荒打猎，妈的，你还不是要他的手上值钱的东西？这女的真是，讲了半天你也是来捡宝的。
This is it. Snow's been disturbed a lot. That was used for the killing blow. Blood on the snow. This is where Ruas fell. It does seem that only 2 people fought here. Not looking good for Inatut.
What?
Didn't try to hide the weapon. Question is Inatut the kind of fighter who hits from behind with a tree branch? here's something.
腐殖什么意思
Lots of leaves and bark scraped off here. And someone pulled out the branch?
爬树
No.
这里可以上去。
From climbing it. They came through the trees.
真的有看到可以荡的点。这个小小的数字承受得住亚罗伊的重量，神奇。跟只猴一样，亚罗伊跟只猴一样啊！
If you were waiting here, you'd have a good view of the Karja camp and the clearing.
亚罗伊是正义的化身。闲闲没事做的亚罗伊，平常的嗜好就是为民除害，除暴安良。猎化和没猎化的，守魔化跟没守魔化在一起。 话说后来，我得知啦，我一直以为 Frozen Wild 这张资料片会有新技能，但其实这一条就是他的新技能，希望有个成就。对，这几个。 这几个有用吗？我不是会打鸭血流的人啊，我需要点这个吗？拿够了再是血。鸭血流我觉得很危险。自始至终，什么游戏我都不会玩鸭血流，被摸到就死了。
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut. Well, this is ominous. A dead end? Can't be.
那是爬树了。好快！小人到这里就不见了，不能去哪了？
this over. What are they trying to hide?
刚刚也做太人工。
How's your armor? This looks bad.
这里面。
Another Karja. And a Banuk is at top for it. A right for a Karja life.
Someone's here!
Not Banuk. Then she won't be missed.
I feel a fight coming on.
Someone's here!
Not Banuk. Then she won't be missed.
Incoming!
This'll ruin you.
You've been killing Karja. And for what? Revenge for the war?
Who gets to declare that one tribe no longer hates another? I'll tell you, not the ones who fought. Not the ones whose songs are silenced. Like my kin.
For what you did, another Banuk has been sentenced to certain death. What about his song?
Oh, that's why you followed us. For that punch-drunk idiot Inatut. Fate is sharp today. They've already let him out to face his exile. Let's see who the cold claims first.
I need to go after Inatut. But I should find some more evidence first. Trophies. Newer than the rest. Must have put so it was a Karja soldiers. Not that it's any excuse. Did they keep any clothes from their victims? This Karja gear's not warm, but if Inatut's naked on a snowfield, he'll take what he gets. Okay, time to get moving.
我还是对我刚刚被秒杀的那一幕非常不解。等下可以顺便去拿这5个蓝斩鸡。他们刚刚就那个女组长冲过来猫我一下，半条血就不见了。然后假设有那个被奇特的动画，他们再来一人一下我就死了。我这不是中等难度吗？我怎么玩起来像在玩黑魂啊？一人一下，两下就死了。哎，我还是高过这个任务等级很多来解，这任务等级35等哎，但我的血还在低个200左右哎，他们被一下就死了。 黑魂是不是啊？先存档啊！在这里3不5时，有可能2下就会被人家送回家啊！要保持好存档的好习惯。我要去伸张正义了啦！你又要爬山了，对不对？伸张正义的亚罗伊。踩在那个结冰湖上面的声音做得不错。等一下，黄金得奖。谁死了？
Kind of place you'd take someone if you wanted to lose them forever. And not getting up that frozen waterfall. Maybe along the sides.
开始提示我。下来。跳。怪怪的声音。还在外面。不要动。
Uh-oh, spotted. Halfway there. Frozen solid. Mixed feelings about that. In it! In it! Maybe he found shelter? I hope he found shelter.
我觉得这里，我直觉这里有怪。
Behind the rock.
The Nora girl? Is it really you, or has the bone chill got through my skull?
I found the real killers. No one else has to die because of this. Take these.
A dead Karja's clothes. Haven't I been beaten down enough? But I won't argue. I swear, thought I saw my ancestors. They said, we're surprised you ended up here.
Better hurry. Machines.
冰冻的敌人的弱点真的是实在是狂。
I wonder what they'll trade for Blue Gleam.
为什么突然间讲到蓝闪晶？我早说紫色，紫色的。有没有冷却液？
Now that was a fight.
Your trial's over. It was other Banuk who killed that man. Killed him because he was Karja.
You know why I took the first swing at him? He challenged the honor of the Banuk. The honor. That's what I thought.
Come on. Let's get you back.
Once I'm off the mountain, I'll find my own way. I need to think. It's not something I'm used to. Who knows what could happen?
I'll see you at town then. You'd better make it, all right?
I give my pledge.
So by the new law, if Initet survives, he's forgiven. But I want to prove to his chieftain that he wasn't guilty in the first place.
这个看一下怎么去吧，从这里进去对不对？那这不是件容易的事啊。
Stocking up.专门为了蓝闪晶而建造的路，说出去。那边有一坨蓝闪晶，我可能会有双爪兽守在那边，对不对？ 去了就知道。看到松鼠。你们过来这边守堡。没有啊。 Save these for the trail. Blue Gleam. Taking that.
还有。 长在破坏者身上嘛。舒舒服服，拿完回家，剩下没拿的不多了。
Colors of these garments are so dyed. Still, I can't afford better, can I?
Initet told you the truth. This is the headdress stolen from the murdered man. You'll find more in a ravine north and west of here, along with the bodies of the killers.
The exile still served its purpose. He was guilty of our suspicion. Fate has fallen like snow, and should Inatut return, he will be absolved.
You can't be serious.
He speaks for the Warwick, my Nora friend.
You look ridiculous. If you would return to my Wirrak, you will behave as a Banuk does.
How does a Banuk behave, my chieftain? Like I did? Accepting a sentence for a crime he did not commit. Or those others who killed in cold blood for crimes that their Karja victims did not. I think what I wear will not make me more or less of a Banuk.
For his own sake, it would be wise for him to think less, Nora friend.
I'll talk to him, but not for you.
I defied my chieftain's will, spurned my Warwick.
How are you feeling?
As if I've been pounded in the guts. I could just keep walking, but when my anger has thawed, it will leave me with nothing. Where else would I go?
You don't owe them anything. The Warwick doesn't decide who you are. If your exile's proved anything, it should be that. There's so much more out there, beyond your borders and laws. It won't be easy. But I know you can roll with the hits.
But without a Warwick? To be a Banuk alone, what would I be fighting for?
How about yourself, Inatut? You just did it.
Huh. I am Inatut, who fights for himself. There's a good echo to it, and so many unknown mountaintops to shout it from. As for you, Nora girl, will you accept this gift? A little scrawny weighed against the great boon you gave me, but...
I'm honored. Thank you, Inatut.
跟巫师三一样，他们交礼物的模组不会做出来，他都是在那种荧幕之外看到这样。橄榄精，学一个舒服。看一下啊、哦，哎呦，没了嘛，还有利爪，这个橄榄精才一个哎，这个之后，先去看这个。 买啥？有机的耶，等级越来越高了。这可以换一下啊。还是这一把属性流。 在想这把我专武，需要吗？好像不是必要。
You've survived.
小教学任务。这任务就算了啦。
Another day, I see.
去看这个啊。 看这个雷举团里面究竟是什么东西这么神秘？这个大炮好贵。
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked. and our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with his course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death, that's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
Go, go, go. 去没去过的地方哦，连长颈兽都照不到的路哦。我感觉等一下应该会大量会严重，哎呦，这个堡垒的样子哎，感觉等一下应该会大量掉帧哦，我已经在读内部的地图。
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. as though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks.
我已经打完本片，看着他远走高飞。
What are we gonna find up there, Horea?
Ruins, machines, and a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt that Daemon has tried to hide the way.
It hasn't been easy for you, Horea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
为什么会有一个时间还没到的选项？这上去是要打很久吗？也差不多了吧。
Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! So you see, I too can call upon the power of the old ones.
他把火花吹进他的一个什么孔里面，触发了他的那个防灾装置，那个叫什么？什么火灾警报装置，然后门就开了。
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain, a fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. Looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here.
碉堡可以解的。碉堡。有怪，手魔化机动风倍硕，名字太长了。
These will keep.
Here, up and over.
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new?
Aloy? Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you. What did they say?
I'm not sure yet, Araya.
这 NPC 有惊人的跳跃力啊！有抓握点。有怪。
I can get out of this.
这还要高草丛。
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
这怪山都挺高的。对的，我没兴趣啊。
The chieftain's pace is measured, ours is measured.
对，太谨慎了，风太快了，太谨慎了。
Yes. This way. We can make our way upwards when you're done.
有热气，很温暖哦，小路易。
Not much farther now.
校正，再读下一张图了。哎呦！
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. The machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold them. And so, I could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
Right. I get the options. Now follow my lead.
让我选嘛？你是要上去打小怪绕路，还是你要切直线？
Steam, frost. What's all this for?
你的，这3只都大怪哎！哇，这个40等哎，这摸到会秒他啦！这个萤火真射得好啊，打！
Got some blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
想一下。
Their efforts harden our hearts, steady our aim.
下面这是困难模式呢。有补给品。我还是想要绕一下上面，看上面有什么。
Tapping into something underground.
这应该要给血包才对啊。这是血包。血包撩光了哎，跟3只过动仔打真的不好打，因为是那个猪。这些满地的东西可以捡，刚好没看到。给我跳草包啊！
Need them soon enough.
这条路算是 offer 给那些对战斗比较或装备比较不好的人一个选项。但我2个都没有，我还是应该
I
过
went
去。
this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but we may be able to stay hidden.
Beware, stalkers.
柿子挑软的吃嘛，我刚刚是挑硬的吃啊，软柿子在这里啊，硬柿子在下面，已经解决了。哇哦，这个伤害蛮强。多可能是要弄电的吧？这么软，6天1只。
Stay down as we move through.
把所有目击者杀光就算前行了啦。没有目击者了，我依然是前行状态。
We tripped a mine. Brace yourself.
没怪了啦。
Let's not linger any longer than we have to.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
这个 MD 很急，有一直吹。哇！哇！
It's close. As if there's chill water running through those massive pipes. Why?
怪吗？上次他们没有来过的地方。
There's a door up ahead and refuge. We're almost through. 听的话吗？控制机塔这里。蓝色的，差点 miss。 吊针，这里有小房间。谁？这里有路哎，这是错的路，可是我想去看看。 其实都一样。哦，这里也行啊，这里也行啊，这个就是走那个困难的路线的路啊。是我刚选择绕回来了。吊针啊！ 开个关关的、啊。哎呦，真的有练筑场哎。
Is this a projector? Maybe to show holograms without focus. Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak, Araya, you might see shapes drawn from light. Don't be alarmed.
It'll take more than light to...
Thank you for being here, everyone.
我们在火山里面了。
I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Get glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something.
Yellowstone 是那个 Yellowstone
This effort
National Park 吗？
wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer.
还是不一样。
Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Zhao. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
别挡路啊！他说的神灵是不是盖亚核心计划中的其中一个 part？ 盖亚中包含了哪些 part？ 我有点忘了。
We'll have to carve through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against.
Aloy will see us through.
Onward, then. Our challenge awaits.
所谓打掉什么零件可以让它就是停止什么攻击战斗，停止什么技能没办法。 真的是练驻场哎。
Got too much already.
补一下。
More machines. Make ready.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
Let's find out.
YouTube 上的影片，我真的就是看到那个影片可以达到5000多一下，真的不是骗人的。他的心脏部位真的很脆弱，脆弱加上有冰冻效果特化，那个伤害增加效果。哇哦！你原版87都不用吗？还有吗？再来啊！守魔化练驻场哎，他那个紫色的灯的。
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has
看起来不像哎。
taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits. Lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise.
参加在这种地方冒险都不能。
All right.
啊，不是连火山内部啦，很热是。
Yes. Finish this.
那个亚拉图克不热才奇怪。
All right. Down we go.
记住。哇哇，哎。Epsilon 是什么？可以盖谁？还有不能盖的吗？可以耶，大字也可以盖啊，连风暴鸟都可以盖。包的急迫需求真的是满。 消耗一些资源了。太多了。这下去就死了嘛。被手魔化了这里，还有 PS 也是逐渐补汤哎，粉粉的，紫粉粉的。
Can't see a way to close the vent from here. I'll have to go over.
受热的地热稳定法受损，环境极度危险因素。
I'm with you, brother. We will stay as long as we have to.
I need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Check the area with my focus ring.
这里可以爬过去。是不是解谜真的很棒？微解谜，然后又整个场景又很现代感、未来感。
This should get me up there. Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge. Okay, let's get them across.
再过去会进到熔岩堆里，对不对？还好我先下来了。
Come on over, it's safe. I think.
我就到熔岩堆里，会发生什么事情？做什么
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the demon ruined it.
Successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hospitals. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to this.
Spirit speaks to us.
It's recorded.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if we have more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
盖亚里面好的一个分支嘛，它也是变成手魔化，怎么会这样？
Try to find a way through.
这 解决了吗？现在可以接。太怪了。 可以选择性要不要打？哎呦，我知道要怎么做了。这个紫色的东西耶，这要拿掉。
Too far.
这是一个拿装备的地方啦，这地方打怪而已。就担心我会不会被炸冲击波的掉电池，担心。这两只血很少哎，啊，我的陷阱不要浪费了，中它了。哇，这里面是不是有宝吗？这两只怎么血那么少？ 啦，蛮等了耶！这游戏蛮等，就60哦，蛮等啦。竟然没办法全学，代表还有一些技能是透过任务获得。 过来这样，应该没有别的吧？哦，NPC 还过不来啦。 路还要帮助 NPC 过来，我忘了。方向反了。把 NPC 开路。哪一个地方到不了？哇！
I need to get Araya and Aratak across.
Human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the demon. And it may have found one.
前面会有一只大 boss， 就是地皮的关系。
Machine parts dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
帮你做了头欸。
find a way.
又满包了。 货架，对不对？把手。我刚刚继续往前。 太好玩了吧！没看到他，被自满了。鸦片的那个紫色的线圈呢，改造黑的很。很，怎么讲啊？很大方。这里。绕一大圈这样，但还以为我走错。走了一大圈。但也我帮你做个脚，那也可以说是他们这个设计团队设计这条路。
present, or only the demon?
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light, it's Aurea, your servant, your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers, thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core channel. I will try to raise the technical strength. One has been exposed, but I am incorporeal.
Unauthorized protocol returned. Scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. Said something about restraints. So I either need to destroy this thing or override it. That Cyan and warned us about. This won't be easy. Just let it stop us. Take it down.
打败喷子做钥匙。
spoke of the tower. What must be...
Whatever you're going to do to that tower, do it now.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative.
Aloy! No!
The tower at work.
Please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. Aratak! Aratak. Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?
It's the only way!
命大。
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
雅图克一直很担心妹妹会出事，就他妹妹最后还是嗝屁了。好，不能休息一下、哦，还要爬回去哦！我的天哪，可以直接飞吗？先把这一段看完呢。还好，这萤火的存在就是为了这个目的啊！不然你上来的路要我全部重爬一次，我都会抓狂的哦，真的会抓狂的哦。把这都看完了。好多蓝闪晶，对不对？就在这，穿一个球。
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
看影片，电影欣赏室。
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Araya said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Araya as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
这个青恩讲话的时候还带一点情感。我这个嘛，我有那个总覆盖指令嘛。
I ran across this strange piece of gear, a fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
这个资料片的跟这个秦恩的对话补足了不少在本片的疑问哦。
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes. It was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes. It was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
告诉这些族人事实吗？这是这个世界的事实。不要了，让他们活在自己的快乐之中吧。
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them. Bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow. And I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
人类跟机器的对话。亲恩。在外面。狼嘞？感觉这个资料片的大主线也要告一个段落了吧？别跳下去啊！别想不开啊
Think of summer sun. Breeze through the trees.
这集会不会是玩的最久的一集？
My chieftain.
Just, Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Werak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
哦，变成小支线了。它这个还有继续哎，哦，它从支线降格成差事。所以这为什么我之前就会一直看不到这一个燕爪兽？我之前一直看不到这一个，以为它是网，它其实真的是网，很难打。就是因为要在这个支线，就是赫菲斯托斯的炼铸厂之后，他刚刚有提到嘛，有很多燕爪兽被大量释放出来，所以接下来应该可以期待在这次地图上面是看到燕爪兽的，看到了。接下来会在这边看到燕爪兽，在这个资料片区域。收拾完毕，这样写的。感觉整个资料片的大主线应该差不多了哦，等级也蛮等的。看一下，两个都很慢。还有一个不明是什么东西？啊，狩猎之家了。但至少这个资料片的区域的任务啊，没有算是完全结束，它还有一个是继续的，只是这个可能就是简单的小支线这样而已，简单的，它甚至是差事等级的。哦，我猜我这游戏里面一定还有一些任务是我没去摸到的。 好啦，今天玩了，哦，这集玩了好久，会不会是最长的一集啊？玩了，哇哦哇哦，玩了3个多小时，快4个小时吧。主要是探索了那个，雷谷山里面的秘密啊。我们先是到雷谷山，然后到了电池设备厂，再更进一步到了防火道计划。然后再来到最里面的那个 Epsilon， 就是赫菲斯托斯的炼铸厂里面，去了解到为什么会有这些手魔化的机器，然后究竟这个这边的手魔化跟下面黑帝斯这个本篇故事的劣化是什么样的关系？大概是这样子。所以当初在接收到这个未知讯号的时候，除了黑帝斯之外，赫菲斯托斯也受到了影响。只是到底是收到什么未知的讯号，这我还是很好奇。这整个故事都没有讲，对不对？收到了一个未知的讯号。对了，就这样子。然后了解到另外一个人工智慧钦恩嘛。接下来啦的游戏内容应该会把收集品收集一下，然后一些能拿的、能买的都去拿一拿。这系列已经玩了多少集了？23、24集嘛。好啦，我很想要讲个结尾，但是游戏还没有全部玩完，还可以再玩个1、2集的。我应该要等到最后一集，就是觉得这游戏我玩的差不多了，再来做个结尾了。好啦，先存档啊，然后上厕所，晚点看要不要去找老妈。今天晚班，最后一天在催在上班。好了，先玩到这边。现在8点半了，5点多起床。5点到，那时候玩到现在8点半了。我的天哪！好了，存个档，然后休息一下啦。